Let's talk about budget in-ear monitors. Right here, I've got 7 different sets of budget-friendly in-ear monitors that I've bought off Amazon over the last few years for my teams. Thought I'd just share my thoughts on each one. There's so many out there now that when you're looking, it can kind of just be like, I don't know, just read the reviews and see what's good. But these are ones I've actually tried. I'm gonna tell you the positives and negatives of each one, starting with my tried and true Old Faithfuls right here on the end. 1964s, they're the V6s, I believe they're called. They have 6 drivers in them. These are almost 11 years old, and when I purchased them back then they were $750, and they're really not much cheaper now. So these are custom molds from 1964 or 64 ears. Great company. These have held up amazing. Same cables I've had the whole time, never had any issues. They are awesome, but I just have to say, they are a very flat response. There's not a lot of bass. It sounds good, but it's not as enjoyable to listen to as some of these others. So just going down the line here, I've kind of went from the best that I've found to the worst and a couple of recommendations at the end that I will tell you do not buy that you see a lot of people recommending. So this next set right here is the KZ AS10. So you've probably heard of these KZ, ZSTs, whatever. There's so many variations. The KZ AS10 headphones are a $60 pair of headphones that have 5 different balanced drivers. And when I listen to music and different things on these headphones, it really does have the most clarity out of all of these budget style headphones. I don't hear any harmonic distortion, anything that kind of seems like it's overdriving a little bit when you push them. So I love these, and honestly, they're the ones that I put on when I'm just hanging out here in the office. And I think they have a great fit in your ear. Just so you know, I have pretty normal ears, I guess, because almost all headphones that I put in seem to stay in pretty decently. But I'm going to talk about one here in a little bit for smaller ears. So that's the KZ AS10s, links below. This next set of headphones is the KZ ZSN Pros. These run about $24 on Amazon, and they really are truly budget headphones, but out of all of those that are around that $20 to $25 range, I like these the best. They just have great response in the bass. They fit in my ear really nicely. They come with a pretty solid cable. The ZSN Pros, I've had these for a few years, and I like them. So solid choice there from the KZ line as well. Now this next pair of headphones are great for people with smaller ears, and it's the TRN V80. A couple of my people on my teams use these because they just have trouble with these larger tips. Larger, I don't know, they seem normal to me, but they have really tiny ear canals. And these fit in there great, and they're also 4 drivers. When I test them in my ears, they seem a little small, but if I seal them well, the bass response is great. Our bass player uses them and our pianist uses them as well. These run for about $40 on Amazon, so if you have people on your teams with small ears, give these TRN V80s, I think is what they were, a try. Links below. And just for something different, I did buy these right here. These are the CCZ Melodies. We bought these for our youth team a while back. They're very similar to the KZs. They have great response. They fit in your ear well. So if you can't get a hold of the KZs and you want to try something different, these are pretty good. The cables on them I don't feel like are quite as nice as the other units that I've recommended up here. Right here we have the classic ZSTs from KZ that run about $19. We've bought tons of these over the years just to have as kind of just random headphones for people to use, because they do have a pretty decent sound, interchangeable tips, so people don't have to share ear gunk. That's disgusting, right? And they just, the detachable cable, honestly, they're almost disposable to me, almost, because they're so cheap, and they don't sound that good, but they're better than some of the other ones that I hear people recommending that are much more expensive. So this last pair over here is a quad driver version from KZ that I think sounds horrible and is a really poorly constructed plastic build. Supposedly they're nicer, but I tried them out and I just don't think they sound very good. And then also one headphone I see recommended all the time is the Shure 215s that I bought probably 15 years ago at Guitar Center for about $100, and they still are $100. They're a single driver headphone, very bare bones. I didn't think they fit in people's ears very well back then, so don't go out and get those. Any of these right here are going to sound great and work well for you. Now, the custom mold benefit, even though it doesn't sound as good, at least these 10-year-old versions that I have, the seal is amazing, and the comfort. Like, I forget that I'm wearing them because they custom fit in your ear. And so that's the benefit that you can get. There are some cheaper custom in-ear places out there. I haven't tried them, but if you're a company who does budget, molds for people and you want me to give them a try and give them a review, I'd love to test it out. New technology with phone scanning it and different stuff. So anyways, I hope that helps you out on your journey of trying to buy budget in-ears for your teams. Let me know if you have a different kind that you use.